Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your first 6 months of 2021 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be located in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. Let's let the bulls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Capricorn. The first 6 months of 2021. 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 Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Awesome. And before we see what the main reading has to say, we're going to see an overview for each 6 months, for each month up to June. Okay. So I'm going to start with your chakra energy. The first 6 months of 2021, Capricorn. The first 6 months of 2021, Capricorn. The first 6 months of 2021, Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Awesome. And then your spirit animal energy. The first 6 months of 2021, Capricorn. The first 6 months of 2021, Capricorn. The first 6 months of 2021, Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh, okay. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. And now for your major arcana energy. The first 6 months of 2021, Capricorn. The first 6 months of 2021, Capricorn. The first 6 months of 2021, Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Fantastic. All right, so we're going to start with January. We have the Sacral Chakra, the Cat Spirit, and we have the Empress. Then we have February. We have the Heart Chakra, the Dolphin Spirit, and the Star. March. The Soul Star Chakra, located 6 inches above your crown, the Scarab Beetle Spirit, and the Fool. April. Solar Plexus Chakra, the Horse Spirit, and Judgment. May. Crown Chakra, Canary. Magician, oh that's beautiful. June. Solar Plexus Chakra once again, the Cow Spirit, and the Magician. Not the Magician, the Emperor. That's awesome. Judgment has been coming through a lot during this time. So a lot of people are finding their balance and finding that they are, being resurrected from darkness into a light of their own personal power. So that is awesome. That is awesome. I love seeing that. Okay. So the left-hand side is the inner self. The middle is the heart, the emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. We have the Lovers, which is also Gemini energy. May 21st to June 20th is the time frame. The Knight of Coins, which is you in the Minor Arcana. You are represented by the coins, by Pentacles. In the Minor Arcana, you are represented by the Devil card in the Major Arcana. Then we have the Fool. And we have the 6 of Coins. Then we have the Hanged Man. The 7 of Cups, the Devil, so this is you in the Major Arcana, and the Queen of Cups. Water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. We have the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, time frame August 23rd to September 22nd, and the 8 of Wands. Yeah, there's a huge change coming in. Okay, I really like this. Before we get to the main part of the reading, let's go over the 6 months. So we start off with the Sacral Chakra. This is where a lot of negativity is held from this life and from past lives. It can also be inherited through your DNA line. We have the Cat Spirit, claim your independence. And then we have the Empress. And I love it how we start with the Empress and we end with the Emperor. So you have a soulmate connection here. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you Capricorns wind up falling in love. But this is also a real sense of falling in love with your life. Each one has the other's back. The more quote-unquote feminine side, the more quote-unquote masculine side. And this is a sense of finding a throne you didn't know you had. Claiming a power you might have not thought you were worthy of. And as you do so, you claim a truth and a passion that really leads you forward, that really transforms and embraces you. So here, there's just this beautiful soulmate connection, true love connection. It's either connecting with another person. It doesn't mean that you have to be lovers at all. It can be that you fall in love with them spiritually, personally, just a sense of camaraderie. Okay? Yeah, this person can be your best friend. It really could be. This is also a sense of purpose and the love and the passion of your life really coming forward. So that's really, really cool. But we start off with creativity, right? And the creative energy is amplified by the Empress right here. So we have the Sacral Chakra. We're releasing a lot of negativity, this life, past life, to make creative energy and to have creative energy. The creative energy that is a part of us flow through ourselves, flow through our veins, our light, our loves of life. And so here, there is something bigger that you are going to find in January that you want to create within your world, that you want to move forward with. And so that's very, very important. It's like you're breaking out of a shell, Capricorn. And as you break out of your shell, it says claim your independence. Claim your independence. Claim your truth. Know your knowledge. Because you have this creative energy, again, building within you. You're claiming a throne you never thought you had. You're claiming a power that you have overlooked before or that you didn't think could be yours. And as you do so, you are cultivating, creating, embracing, becoming. And it is really a harvest of thoughts and ideas and, a time to reap a harvest, but also plant a seed. And that is going to be very powerful for you. It's like there's something big coming. There's something big that you are moving forward in, but there's also seeds that you are planting for new ideas, new passion, new power. And it leads you to February. It leads you to the heart chakra, the inner child. It leads you to the dolphin spirit, this and that are true. And the star card, which is Aquarius energy. January 20th to February 18th is the time frame. And the inner child. When we open our hearts to our inner child, this is the heart chakra, our inner child. That's a huge thing, to open your heart to your inner child. Now, I like to do a little visualization, a little meditative exercise when the inner child comes up. Visualize yourself sitting down, kneeling, whatever is more comfortable for you. And have your arms open. And just hear the laughter of a child coming. This child off in the distance and the stomping of their little feet. And this is you. This is you when you were very small. Just running to you, throwing your arms over you, and holding on to you like children do, just in this elated, jubilant way. And tell that inner child, I'm always there for you. I will always be there for you. I will always listen to you, and I'm always in your corner. And that is amazing. That opens up your heart in a way that you didn't know it needed to be open. In a healing, powerful way. If you need to do that multiple times, multiple times a day or every day till February, okay, it can be amplified in February, do so. Do so because there is a love that is between you and who you once were that shouldn't be shattered. All right, and so often that love for who we once were is broken. We sit there and we look at our childhood selves and we think, oh, you could have done better. You shouldn't have been so scared or weak, or you shouldn't have been, been this or that. You shouldn't have made him angry, or you shouldn't have made her angry, or something to that effect. It's like, no, you are a child. And it's time that child inside of you knows that they are loved, honored, and respected by you, by the adult that you become, and by that hero that you are for that inner child. And it brings you to the dolphin spirit. This and that are true. As you jump into your peace, as you jump over your peace, as you're arched by your peace, this and that are true. There's such complexity to life that you see the multiple sides of the story, okay? You see multiple sides of the coin. Know that this and that are true, and that you're moving forward in your truth, in your power, in your understanding. This then brings you to the Aquarius Major Arcana card. And you're pouring the waters into the world. This is going to be especially powerful if you're born on the cusp with Aquarius. But you're pouring the waters into the sea, into the emotional self, and into the earth to absorb the waters and for it to grow a harvest. You're crowned with the star of Venus, with love, with honor, with respect. And this is a sense of really pouring your wisdom out. It's like you've gained this wisdom, you've gained this creative energy, and now it's becoming a part of you. And now as it's become a part of you, you're spreading it out into the world. This is going to be a time where peace and healing and connection is so going to be needed. It's like just stepping into this power. And as you step into this power, you step into a truth for you, of you. And it moves you to March. It moves you to angels and masters, angels and divinity walking with you, the soul star chakra. The scarab beetle, which is sacred in ancient Egypt, which was sacred in ancient Egypt. It says the magic works through you, and it definitely does. And it leads you on a path that you have doubted you could ever walk, that you thought, oh, that's foolish, oh, that's silly. It's like, no, this is you. So the angels and the masters come in, the spreading of the wings. Your angels have you cocooned. They have you protected. They love you. They cherish you. They are with you. And you're going to find that your soul starts to fall into alignment a certain way, that you start to see things more openly, more honestly, that you are protected. You feel luck shining around you. And this starts in February with the star, because the star is also divinity seeing your soul's wish, what you truly desire, what you truly want. And it's going to take some time, but your angels, walking right with you in February, not in February, in March, there we go, in March, amplify this sense that divinity knows what your soul wants, not what we cross our fingers for and say, oh, I wish I could buy this or have that. It's what our soul longs for: security, stability, success, a power of understanding. And that's what's coming to a head here. So I love that interconnectedness that's here so far. And then we have the scarab beetle. Magic works through you. Magic does work through you. Now, this could be conjuring magic if that's what you're into. For me, this is a sense of the God's head working with us, knowing that stardust runs through our veins, knowing that there is power and greatness within our souls, within ourselves, to move us forward in a way that we hadn't realized, and something sacred that is easily overlooked. And Brahma said, I hide the God's head within man, because that is the last place that you will look for it. We always look for meaning, for understanding, for fulfillment outside. We always think we will find it with somebody else, in this new career, if only this happens, if only I move there. It's like, no, it comes from within, and it radiates outward. And that's the magic that you are embracing. And that's the magic that your angels are protecting you with. And then it brings you to a new journey. It can bring you on a fool's journey, absolutely, where you sit there and think, oh my gosh, this is so foolish. Everybody's going to laugh. So what? So what if they laugh? There's a poem, and it's been my favorite since I was like 9 years old. And one of the lines is, so what if I'm different and don't act like them? I'm not going to change and be someone I'm not. I like who I am, and I'm all that I've got. And that's what you have right here coming forward. It's like, I like who I am. I'm following this magic, okay? Because the rabbit, and in Celtic tradition, it's a magical symbol. But she's like Alice, following the rabbit down the rabbit hole, to something that is extraordinary. And as you embrace this, you embrace your truth. But as you have the courage to maybe be seen as foolish by others, or to be seen foolish by you, oh my gosh, how could this ever amount to anything? You start to become a hero of your own tale, a hero of yourself, of your story. And that's a fantastic place to be. And it leads you then to April, where you have inner strength, the solar plexus chakra, the horse spirit. Freedom is yours. As judgment comes, as a balancing of the scales come forward, as a sense of a resurrection of body, soul, self, and empowerment leads you to the unknown. So we have inner strength here. You're going to see your shell breaking, okay? Follow your gut. Your gut reaction to things, your gut feel is going to be really spot on. And this is you moving forward. This is you breaking out of a shell, feeling frozen. For a lot of you Capricorns, you've felt frozen. Now, for 14 years, for some, yes. It's like 10 years, 14 years. For others, it might not have been so long, but it has been intensely. And this end of a cycle, this embracing of what you desire, this balancing of self is so important. And you break out of your shell and you embrace your truth. It's like you wake up from this deep freeze. And as you do so, freedom is yours. Freedom is yours in April, because you're claiming this freedom, because you will not stand for anything less. The freedom needs to be yours. And it brings you to a balancing. It brings you to a greater understanding. It brings you to a kind of leaving the box behind. It's like, I don't want to be put in this box. I will not be boxed in and confined and, labeled and shipped out. It's like, no, I need to be me. I need to fly. But what's so important here is that we have Anubis, right? And we have the heart being judged against the feather. Now, in ancient Egypt, this is how they would judge if you could go to heaven. If the heart was as light as a feather. And so here, it is saying what weighs heavily on your heart. What would tip the scale? What needs to be released? And it doesn't mean that there is no more hardships and pains and disappointments. No, there are. It's life. But it means that you are freeing yourself, okay, from the anguish of it. And that might sound callous, but it's not. It's like you can't walk through the past again. You can't change history. As much as it's funny to think of our lives as history, we can't get the second we just had back. And so there's a peace that needs to become to things, needs to be brought to things. And as this peace becomes you, you rise to a power that is amazing. And it brings you to May. And we have the I Am presence, with the crown chakra. And that's my favorite chakra card. We have the Canary Spirit, Sing Your Own Song in the Magician. So what are you crowning yourself with? If you visualize this beautiful crown before you, what does your crown look like? How often do you wear it? Because you should wear it every single day. That fabulousness, that absolute extravaganza of self. Wear your crown. Now that crown shines with the words that we say to ourselves. So what is your inner dialogue? I am powerful. I am successful. I am bountiful. I am moving forward. Or is it, I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm never going to be enough. I'm never going to get there. Life is too hard. And I know people say, Dane, don't say the negative. But we have to see what resonates. Because it's so easy to be like, no, it's all positive. It's all great. I'm great. Everything's great. I demand it to be great. We have to see where we're tripping ourselves up. Where the hurt and the pain of the simple inhale and exhale of life comes in. And when it feels like we can't move forward. The I Am presence is claiming back our lives. It's taking that crown and it's wearing it with greatness and with majesty and with determination and brilliance and beauty. And as you do so, as you claim your I Am presence, you sing your own song. You know your own truth. And you are crowned with the beauty that is you. And it brings you to the Magician. As above, so below. As you think it, so it becomes. That's astoundingly powerful for May. Right? As you think it, so it becomes. You are taking in your energy. You are taking in the energy of the elemental world around you. Okay? Your passion, your determination, the power of your voice, and the beauty of your soul. And it's all surrounded by your spiritual understanding. By your connecting to the divine, to you. As you think it, so it will be. Now, we can try to force things and say, well, I'm thinking right now that I'm going to be a millionaire, which, that's awesome. I would love it if every single person won the lottery right now. But things take time. And what we forget is that things happen in divine time, not our time. And sometimes, it sounds really silly, but sometimes when success starts to come in, it can become scary. It's like, ooh, wait a minute. That's intense. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can do that, if I can move forward this way. And in May, as you free yourself, as you release the shackles, okay? And you say, this is me. I stand tall and I stand proud before the altar of my existence. You claim a bounty, a beauty, and a power that is astounding. And it brings you to the Emperor. It brings you to June. You have personal power shining through. Again, trust your gut. Move forward in power and determination. You have the Cow Spirit. The miracles are endless. Okay? They really are. We like to think that miracles are very rare and that they have to be super big and super, showy and gaudy. They don't. They can be, and they usually are, very subtle, very calm, and easily overlooked. And then you have the Emperor. You're claiming your throne. You start with the Empress. You end with the Emperor. You have this sacred connection. You have the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine coming forward. And that's what's empowering you and moving you to your greatness. Personal power is yours. You're embracing your power, your determination, and your dedication. You're going to find that you're very driven. You can become very single-minded in June, so do be aware of that. And then we have the miracles are endless. They're endless. They're small. They are subtle. Sometimes they will be big, most definitely. But we tend to think that they have to be like fireworks. Everybody can see them. And ooh and ah, and they make a big noise and they light up the sky and they have to be grand. But miracles can be so gentle, so soft, so kind. It could be somebody smiling at you on the street. Okay, just that human connection of, I see you and I acknowledge your existence. It could be, finding a penny as you're on a walk or something like that. It could be so small. It's children laughing. It's, finding out your favorite book or your favorite movie just came out. The miracles, the things that bring our hearts joy and bring loveliness into our existence, are small and subtle, but powerful, and raise our energy vibration. It leads you to the Emperor. It leads you to claiming a throne that you think, oh man, this is a lot of responsibility. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if this can be me. You claim your throne. You claim your power. You claim your determination. And you move forward in your grace. You are realizing that yes, I'm not perfect, but who the heck is? And I am the ruler of my life, my destiny, and myself. And it brings you to falling in love with life. I mean, the Lover's card is, yes, you can easily, it's so easy to have love coming in right now, all right? So you could easily fall in love in these 6 months where you're sitting there, or deepen the relationships that you have with people. Deepen the relationship you have with you. Now, when Spirit says it's so easy to fall in love, you'll sit there and be like, Dane, come on. And yes, it's not easy. It's not easy to always meet the person that you want to meet and for them to be what you're looking for. But there is a sense of love surrounding you during this time, of beauty being a part of you. And that's going to make this beautiful. It's going to add a depth and a layer to your consciousness, to your understanding that is powerful, that is determined, and you are embracing your heart. You're embracing a duality of self. You are looking at things more openly, more honestly, seeing how you want to move forward, seeing where it is that you want to be. But there's love coming in, and there's love being called in. And it's very... So it's almost very erotic here, that energy. It's just, it hits you deep within yourself. And it's like, oh, that's it. Oh, that's what I want. Oh, that's what I desire from life. It's like, it hits you and it's passionate and it's brilliant and it brings you to like this climax of understanding. And then it leads you to you being a defender of your prosperity, of what you desire. And you fight for it. You fight for your way to move forward. And as you do so, you embrace what you want from life, what is true for you, and what you desire to move forward with. And you move forward slowly and steadily, which at times you are going to get frustrated with. But as the Knight of Coins, there we go, you are the slowest moving knight. So slowly and steadily is your preferred speed. You would prefer it to be slowly attained, but forever had. Okay? You're not wanting some fly-by-night sort of prosperity that comes in. And this is what it is. It's slowly obtained, but powerfully and beautifully had. And it begins your journey to your hero self, to the freedom of what we desire in our lives, to that place of moving forward. And it very much comes in March. It's like, okay, I see this. I need to move forward this way. And you're going to be looking backwards. You're going to be looking at the past. And that's going to be a place where it trips you up. It's like, oh, I don't want to make that mistake again. Well, who does, right? So here, don't base your future, right, or your present off of your past. Use it as kind of like a guideline, okay? And say, okay, well, I need to look at this differently. I need to look at that differently. I want this or I want that from life. And then as you see this, you move forward with more confidence. But don't always be looking to the past for the answers of the present. The past gives us a guideline. It gives us an outline, gives us the wisdom and the knowledge that we need. But it isn't going to be exact all the time. And it can be really hard to move forward to what you desire in life if you're always looking backwards. So that's going to be something to be aware of, because you have great things coming forward. And yes, you're going to think, oh my gosh, this is foolish, because it can be a little bit out of character for you here, Capricorn, to have this passion come in and to have it be such a pivotal way that you are making these decisions, that you are looking at the truth of what you desire, and it's this duality of self, and usually you are much more meticulous. Now, this isn't saying you throw caution to the wind, don't plan for anything, don't uphold responsibilities, just go for it. All right? I'm a huge, huge, huge believer in responsibilities, but there is something here where you have to take this leap of faith to the prosperity that you've been building, because this is what your soul loves. It craves it. And then we have the Six of Coins. There is something here where you're looking at the past, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this, because you're trying to balance the scales, right? And you need to come in to harmony of self, to acceptance of being, and people are taking and taking and taking. And you're going to sit there and think, well, if I'm just good enough, if I just, am kind enough, or this enough, or that enough. But there has to be a moment where you say, stop. I can only give so much, and you can only take so much. And that's a powerful stance that you take here. You have the repeat of the number 6. Six is the most kind, caring of the numbers. So here you have that kindness, that caring, that love coming in. And it's focused around you in the beginning of this journey. And it's not, you have to be careful, because you're going to want to go from one extreme to the other. That's another thing that you're balancing when it comes to your prosperity, your success, what you value as much as money. So on one hand, you're going to be like, oh, well, I understand, and take it calm and gentle and easy. And on the other hand, you're going to be like, push harder, go, go, go. So you need that balance coming in. The heart. We started off, you're crowned with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man sees things differently than everybody else. You're going to see things differently than everybody else when it comes to what you love, when it comes to what you desire within your life, when it comes to the way that you are looking at things. You see things differently. That's actually going to be a gift. Is it going to be frustrating? Yes, because it would be easier if everybody just automatically agreed. But I mean, that would make everything in life easier. You see things differently. Don't change what you're seeing just because others don't understand. It leads you then to the Seven of Cups. As you see things differently, as you are, embracing your prosperity, this is you being a student of your dreams. This is you saying to your dreams, to what it is that your soul truly desires. This is you saying, it's time to come to the light. It's time to come out of the shadows. And it's time to start living what I have always most deeply wanted. And as you say this, we have our dreams, and we put them on this shelf in the back of our minds. And we say, you're too precious. You can never see the light of day. But people who achieve their dreams, they don't say it's too precious. You can never see the light of day. They don't give up at the first no. They keep pushing through. And now this can be reinventing, looking at things differently, stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping back, and seeing where your dreams in reality fit and what it is that you truly want. So there can be a re-evaluation coming forward, most definitely. But there is also a sense here of bringing it to light, even if it's just something that never is seen by everybody else, but has a physical form in this world. Like you start drawing, you start writing, you start, making videos, you start doing what you love. You start going on walks, you start bike riding, you start doing these things. And it brings your love to the surface. You may never make a career out of anything, other than what your job is. And that's totally fine. But your dreams want to be seen by the light of day, and your heart needs them to be. And then you look at the essence of yourself. There are a lot of things here, Capricorn, because you're so conscientious. You really are. It's like, okay, what needs to be done? What responsibilities need to be upheld? What is it that people need of me and I need of myself? And so here, as you're looking at this, you're going to be breaking away from a lot of the ties that have kept you from moving forward, and a lot of the ties that have kept you from seeing what it is that you truly treasure, because you are being so conscientious. And here, it is looking at something and saying, is this bettering me, or is this a weight around my neck? Is this bettering me, or is it keeping me chained to what I no longer want? This also talks of addictions. What are we addicted to? Is it drugs and alcohol and gambling, or food and sex and, shopping? Or is it self-doubt? Is it always waiting for the next shoe to drop? Is it, speaking negatively to yourself so you don't even feel like you're in your own corner? Is it people-pleasing? Is it swallowing your words? And here with the devil, it shows us our addictions. And it can also say, well, why do you think that's an addiction? I'm not talking about things that are actual addictions and are keeping you from, having your joy in life. But instead of sitting there and saying, oh, okay, I have to be almost like a robot, let there be pleasure in your life. Let there be this sensual exploration, because that is something that you really need and that you're calling forward. And it brings you to the Queen of Cups. It brings you to embracing your heart, to holding it as the treasure that it is. And this is very sacred for you. This isn't going to be needed to be shared with everybody else. You might share this with one or, 2 other people. But this is your heart. This is your soul. This is your beauty. This is what you desire and love from life. And this is drinking deeply of inspiration and being guided towards more. And it brings you to the public arena, where we have the 5 of Cups. Change your mind, change your life. Change what it is that you are focusing on, and you will change your world. It's time to stop looking at the negative and start looking at the 2 of Cups that stands behind you. Okay? The 2 of Cups is the minor arcana Lover's card. And they're telling you that love is there. And because things have been so hard, and because it's so easy to sit there and go, oh, there we go again, being kicked in the teeth. There we go again, failing. I'll never succeed. It's like, no, it's time to stop. Because we can get into the victim mindset really, really easily. Because life is hard. I love the quote by Katharine Hepburn. Living is the hardest thing you'll ever do. After all, it kills you. It's very kind of morbid and blunt. And I like that. And so here, it's looking at things and saying, okay, it's hard. But there's love and there's beauty behind me. Because your angels have their wings wrapped around you. And you are loved and you are cherished. And in the public arena, once you start walking with the air of being a person who is cherished, of being so deeply loved by your angels, by divinity, by your spirit guides, by the universe, you are empowered. And it brings you then to the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords is facing nightmares, facing doubts, facing fears. As you embrace the prosperity of self, as you look at your dreams, the nightmares come. It's like, well, this is how I'm going to fail. This is how everything's going to be messed up. I'm too tired. I'm too overwhelmed. I'm not sleeping well. And this is saying, stop. This is saying it's time to take care of you. You take care of everybody else, Capricorn. Do not forget yourself. Embrace your power. Embrace your brilliance. Embrace your truth. Fear comes. Fear is a natural part of life. It kept our ancestors alive. Up until very recently, for most of us, our ancestors stayed alive by having to hunt and having to fight and having to move forward. And now that's not part of our world anymore. Okay? Up until relatively recently in human history, that was how people survived. And now, if you live, now hopefully there's a sense of that being of a bygone age. But different doubts and fears come. And these can't be fought. These aren't the fears of, oh my gosh, am I going to be, attacked by a bear or something like that? Is it going to be a harsh winter and I'm not going to have enough fire? Type of thing. Those are things that you can have solutions to. You can try to plan for. The fears are much more abstract, which makes them harder to obtain, harder to kind of pin down. And so there needs to be a faith in self. There needs to be a looking at what you desire, what you need from life, and saying, there's more here. There's more here than I know, and I will not let fear rule me, because I am more powerful than I realize. And then this brings you to 9, the repeat of the number 9. You're coming very close to a completion of a cycle. And the Hermit says, turn inward. Turn inward and let the light guide. The Hermit here, when it's the dragon, guarding It's gold. It's hoarding away what is most valuable, because that's what dragons do. In stories and in legends, dragons hoard away what other people find most valuable. Now, that's very interesting, because I always thought it was kind of funny. You know, you see the maiden being sacrificed to the dragon. What the heck does the dragon want with a, with a maiden, or with gold, or with this, or with that? They want what we most value. So here, instead of hoarding away what you most value, let it guide you forward. Let it guide you to the light of what you want. Let it be your North Star. I want prosperity and success. So I turn inward. I look at prosperity and success. I want to live in truth and purity of self. So I move forward with the truth of me guiding me. And that is what you're doing during this time. You're taking your star. You're taking the star of Venus, and you are letting it light your way. You're taking the star of love and letting it light your way. And as it does so, you see your world moving forward more quickly, more determinedly than you had ever imagined. It's like ready or not, here it comes. 9 going into the 8, counting down into 8 is beautiful. But something bigger comes as you embrace this change, as you look at what you desire from life, as you say, this is me. Let's go deeper. Capricorn. The first 6 months of 2021, Capricorn. The first 6 months of 2021, Capricorn. The first 6 months of 2021, Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And 1 bonus card. Awesome. We have the Sun, the 4 of Coins, the 4 of Pentacles, the King of Wands, Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the 8 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, and you, the Devil coming forward. That's awesome. The very essence of you. Now I have to say, and your bonus card, the Page of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I have to say, I always thought it was rather unfair, Capricorn, that you guys get represented by the Devil. But it's also a sense of being very grounded on this earth. Okay, very, very grounded. And that can be a blessing, and at times it can also seem like a curse. So just as, every card has its high points and its low points, but there's power here, and there's a sense of when you see what it is that you truly want, and you break forward to your truth, there's no stopping you. There's no stopping you at all. But that's one of the things with Capricorn. It's like, are you going to be chained by the ideas and ideals of success in this world? Okay, that they say, okay, this is what success is, and it's the proverbial they. Or do you say, this is what my success is, this is what it looks like for me, and let that be what guides you forward? And that's one of the choices, and that's one of the life lessons of Capricorn. You have the sun shining forward. Okay, you have the sun blessing you. There's joy, there's happiness as you embrace love, as you move forward in your brilliance, in your wisdom, as you defend what it is that you want. This is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. Do people take you by eyes because of this? Yes, they do. They sit there and they say, oh, why not me? Well, why not you? Why is it that people think happiness or success is finite? There's only a little bit of it, and it can only be delved out in a certain way. It's like, no, the radiance, the beauty, the light, the joy, it's for everybody. Let it shine. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. Now, this is my vampiric energy card, and it's over you beginning your hero's journey, okay? Going after what it is that you desire. There's an energy here that has you having kind of a pauper's mentality, has you sitting there and thinking, I have to hold on to everything that I get because there will not be enough. And that's the exact opposite of what the sun is showing us here. There's enough, there's passion, there's power, there's brilliance. Let it shine through. Embrace it. Embrace the prosperity of you. All right? This is needing to break the ties of vampiric energy. Because for me, the Four of Pentacles is always that vampiric energy that makes us feel like lack is our truth. Like doubt is the way that we move forward. And pain is brilliance. It's like, no. Now this can be from people who just see us shining as that beautiful sun and saying, oh, I'm going to steal that energy. This can also be people that we know, that spoke negativity over us, made us doubt ourselves, planted those seeds within us, and kind of get a little bit of pleasure and also siphon our energy away by keeping us small, weak, and quiet. So see yourself severing the ties. See yourself surrounded by the golden light of spirit, okay? The golden light of the universe. Take this big broadsword in your hand and cut through that light, and let yourself be left with nothing for a moment, as your angels cocoon you, as you are protected, and just sit in silence, beautiful, brilliant silence, and then see the light come back, but this time without the corruption, without the impurities. Embrace the fire, because you purge away what is no longer needed. And the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? This is powerful as you balance the coins, because as you balance the scales, this is you saying, I'm not afraid of hard work. I'm dedicated, I am passionate, I am determined, and I am moving forward as a king in prosperity, in bounty, and in brilliance. And as you do so, there is a fire to you to claim what the passion that gets you out of bed in the morning, to claim the brilliance and the beauty that is your life, your soul, yourself, and your heart. You're walking away from what you once thought you would love. It's like it didn't fit, and it doesn't fit. And I'm not going to be weighed down by trying to make something that isn't is. This is like that beautiful pair of shoes, Spirit always shows me this as that beautiful pair of shoes that hurts, that you can't walk in, that you're like, oh my gosh, they hurt so much. This could also be that pair of shoes that were your go-to shoes. So comfortable, so wonderful. And then one day you put them on and they don't fit anymore. And you're like, what the heck? And they hurt, and your toes hurt. And you're like, what's going on here? And you have to walk away. To reclaim and to claim your power, your beauty, there's an ending here. And it's sad, yes. It's powerful and purposeful, absolutely. And it has you seeing things differently. It's because you see things differently and you are embracing your dreams that you are walking away from what no longer fits. And there's a sense of nostalgia coming forward. And it's very much you looking back and saying, oh my gosh, is this right? Is this wrong? Can I move forward this way? Can I not? And there's a negativity that echoes in your head that is trying to keep you pinned to where it is that your heart no longer wants to be. And then the words of everybody else comes in, and they seem to drown out your love, your truth, your bounty, your beauty. And this is saying, don't let them rob away your glory. You have fought a battle well fought. You have lived life with truth and with dignity and with honor of self. Hold yourself in pride of place and say, job well done. And the rest of the world, where they come at you with all their opinions and all their words and all their everything, they don't get to control you, and they don't get to show you, what your life should be. You get to claim your life, your truth, and these wands are filtering out the negativity. And you're taking up your knowledge, you're taking up your power as you face nightmares, and as you change your mind. You're leaving some things behind, and you are moving forward in your truth and in your purpose. And people might sit there in the public arena and might be like, oh wow, you're being a bit sneaky, Capricorn. Or why aren't you sharing everything with me? It's like, you don't have to. It's not their business. Move forward in your truth, in your power. As you do so, the 7 goes into the 8. Things start changing really fast. As you turn inward, as you see what's truly important and truly valuable to you. And as you do this, you move forward quickly. And you embrace the essence of yourself. And you set yourself free. To embrace the beauty, the brilliance, and the power of this world. You become a student of your mind. You cut through doubts and fears. And you know what it is that you desire. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the peacock. Let it shine. Let your heart shine. Let the brilliance shine forward. And as it shines, you have your subconscious chakra message coming. And it says, as your heart shines, you ground yourself. This is a grounding. This is the Earth Star Chakra located 6 inches below your feet. You're grounding yourself in your truth. You are embracing the richness of the soil, okay? And it's also saying, what are you planting yourself in? What are you grounding yourself in? Is the soil around you beautiful and fresh and, nourishing? Or is it sandy and dry and depleted of all its nutrients? Ground yourself in the richness. Ground yourself in what feeds your soul and what feeds you. This leads you to your subconscious tarot message, which is Temperance, Sagittarius energy, time frame November 22nd to December 21st. But this is a balance of the masculine and feminine energy coming forward, the night and the day. The beauty of the Temperance card is that the water is poured, right? Nothing is ever lost. And yet you might argue nothing is ever gained. But here's the thing. I come to think of temperance, balance, like the brain. So the water is poured from cup to cup, nothing ever lost. But do you fully use all the water that you are retaining? Right? Because like the brain, we don't use all of our brains. We just don't. We just don't use all of our brain. And so if we did, could you imagine what we could succeed at, what we could achieve? And here, with this water, with this truth, it's like, can you imagine the depths of it? To never run out. To always be pouring and learning and gaining emotionally, spiritually, personally, from day to night, in the power of yourself, in your balance. This leads you to your subconscious, going deeper in the tarot, to the Empress. It starts off this journey, and here we have it, almost ending it. This is being pregnant with possibilities. This is moving forward with this creative, fertile, prosperous energy. Utilize it. Utilize it because you are creating something beautiful. You are creating something powerful. And as you do so, you have the zodiacs, the 12 stars, crowning you, shining your way forward. You have truth, you have wisdom coming in. And you understand and you see more than you realize. And it leads you to your subconscious major arcana message. And this is the Hangman. You don't see things the same way. Because of the energy coming in, because your subconscious is all major arcana cards, right? Temperance, balance, the prosperity of claiming your throne, the creative, life-giving energy that flows through you, becomes a part of you. And as you find your balance and as you embrace this creation, you're not the same. You see things so differently that you are going to question yourself. Don't sit there and say, it's wrong. It's wrong, I can't. Walk away from what is no longer right for you and embrace the truth as you see it now. Embrace the power of the heart and the passion of your soul. Uphold your responsibilities, absolutely. But do not let the past dictate your future and guide you in sorrow or pain or lack. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy. As you break the chains that bind, as you move forward with a determined, fierce, powerful heart, obtaining greatness, letting love be the guiding fact in your life, falling in love with life again, and being passionately and brilliantly guided to your truth. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn.